What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in on today's video. We're going to be doing something super exciting. I'm super pumped about this. If you guys could see the truck right now, you can understand why. We've done some things off camera, which I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video. But we actually need to install, a couple of coils there because we might have some bigger tires on this truck, and so we might have to create some room here. So stay tuned for today's episode. Let's kick it off. Let's show you what we're doing. So what we have here on the table is a slew of front end components, which I've told you guys in the one of the previous videos that we were going to be doing a couple of installments of replacing everything on the front ends. We got some U-joints, some steering components, ball joints, everything like that. But I'll give you a little sneak peek here. You see we got some tire poke going on. We got some better headlight action. We got some better grill action. And so we need to install some new coils up front. So what we have here are a set of Carli suspension Ford 2.5-inch lift coils for the front. They are a multi-rate coil spring, which basically all that means is that they're pretty soft up top, but then as they compress, they get stiffer, which makes for a really nice ride. And of course, Carli is top-notch when it comes to the technology that they use to figure this stuff out to make for the best ride quality. On top of that, we also have a package over here. We have a set of 4 shocks, fronts and rears, bilstien 5100s. This is a really nice little upgrade. It's not your baseline Monroe shock. It's actually kind of like a middle ground. Bilstien 5100s, guys, if you haven't run these before, like I said, it's a great middle ground shock, but you're not paying the expensive Fox 2.0 shocks. So these will be awesome. We're going to be putting those on the front and the rear in combination with these. Let's do it. So real quick, guys, before we get started, check out what I'm wearing. We have a LLD Left Lane Diesels sweatshirt, hooded, and then of course we have the big logo on the back. These are available on the website today. Merry Christmas, everybody. Go pick yourself up one along with a t-shirt. Yeah, you guys are gonna love these. The link will be down in the description so you guys can head over there and scoop one of these up. Help support your boy so we can keep doing cool stuff. so what we have here is we're working on the front end of the truck here. We're getting ready to install our 2.5-inch leveling springs and our front end bilstien 5100s. And so what we've done is we stuck a jack under the frame in the back there, and then we have our jack up front here so that we can manipulate the axle up and down. Eventually we're going to be pulling the spring assembly out. A couple of things. So the shock is going to keep us from dropping the axle as far as we need to go. So the first thing, we're going to be replacing them anyways. So we have a nut on top here and then a bolt here. We're going to be pulling those out. And then this brake line holder here, just a little 10 mil, we'll pop that off of there. We might have to undo our steering, not our steering stabilizer, our sway bar link here. But I'm thinking hopefully we can get away from not having to do that. And then we'll basically just manipulate it with the jack here, drop the axle down, and then this puppy will just come right on out. So let's do it. Kind of, yeah.
I'm going to show that you're going in from the top.
Now, don't touch the shock, okay?
Oh, of course not.
Because it might spin.
It's spinning. Woohoo!
Playing?
Mm-hmm.
See what that's going to want me to do. What's that? Well, here we are. We have the driver's side spring in place here. I mean, this thing is like ridiculously low. We had to go quite a ways, and I still had to somewhat pry this coil in. And to get it this low, I had to completely blow this side apart. So we got the shock and the coil spring out on this side in order to drop it low enough, the axle, to get the spring in on that side. But during the process of removing this side, let's get some light on this, this happened. Yeah, so inside of there, your spring goes up into here, and then there's supposed to be a metal piece in here that this goes around so that this holds the spring and that centers the spring, and then down here it centers the spring around this metal portion. So we got a big deal. Yeah, that's pretty bad there. So yeah, I guess we're gonna have to replace our bucket here. So that's cool. All right, y'all, we got our spring bucket in, new from Ford. 150 bucks later, that's in. Then we got our Carly springs and our Bilstien 5100s in. Everything is all bolted back up, ready to go. Both sides. Check it out. Now, let's talk about something. You see that spring? See how it's kind of angled? We're going to talk about that and what we're going to do to fix that. I see trucks like this all the time. A lot of guys, they don't do the spring. They'll do the puck up top here. This is actually a 2-inch or 2.5-inch leveling spring. So we don't have any puck or anything like that. And so we're going to have the same type of ride quality, if not better, than factory. But yeah, we're going to talk about why this spring is like this, and what we bought over here to fix it are these bad boys. So these are going to be our new alignment for our caster. So let's talk about suspension real quick for just a hot second here. So when you lift the vehicle up, two things are going to happen. The first thing that's going to happen is the axle is actually going to move to the driver's side. The reason for that is because of our track bar. Our track bar is made for factory length, factory height. So the bar that goes from the frame to the axle. And so essentially what's happening is because our frame went up like that, our axle's going to shift over. Basically because our axle's lower, so it's going to go like this, which is going to move the axle to the left. And so a lot of times I'll point this out to guys. I'll have them go to the back of the truck and then just look forward, and you'll notice that this tire will stick out further than the passenger side, and that's because of that track bar. So we have an adjustable track bar to take care of that. Now the second thing that's going to happen, that's the reason why our spring is kind of curved here, which I see all the time, is again, because our axle is dropping, that's going to change what this radius arm does. So this arm right here, it's got 2 bolts in the top and the bottom. That controls the angle of the axle forward and aft, our caster essentially. And so, because we're lowering the axle, our arm is going to go like this, which is going to force the axle to tilt forward, which is going to give us this curvature in our spring. And so what Carly does to fix that, there's kind of a couple different options you can do, but what Carly does is they give you, or you can buy these for about 60 bucks, they give you these new alignment shims. And so this shim is going to go right in our top ball joint here. So there's a factory caster alignment piece in here. We're going to be pulling that out and installing the Carly one. And what that's going to do, if I'm not mistaken, so normally, let's just put it in there like that. And so what we're going to end up doing is this sucker is going to be like this. Our hole is going to face the back. And what that's going to do is that is going to bring this ball joint forward, which is going to make our caster out here better. But it will not fix our coil spring issue. So our coil spring, the only way to fix that is to change our radius arms and or get a drop bracket. So if we drop the bracket back here, get some light. If we drop that bracket down, then that will realign everything to where, so right now it's like this. If we drop the back end of it down, that's going to bring our caster back forward, which is going to level everything out, including our spring here. You can also get adjustable ones where it replaces that whole piece, which we might end up doing. So, but we're going to kind of do a combination of this and possibly that in the future. But for right now, this is where we're at. When we do our ball joints, we'll be installing these. So we're not going to be installing them right now. But I just wanted to touch base and kind of let everybody know that, hey, this is what you're going to have to do to fix everything. There's a proper way and a wrong way, and we're going to try and do it the right way. So adjustable track bar, our new caster shims here, and we'll be in business. It's super nasty out right now. Happy New Year. Yes, it's been like a week since we've last worked on this thing, but we got her done. We have got her done. So we have a 2.5-inch leveling kit now, Carly springs, 35, 20 by 12s, Harley Davidson grill, blacked out headlights. She is looking good. So I'm not 100% sure if we'll still rub. We might just barely in the back for sure. I'm pretty sure we're going to rub in the front here. But we're going to be running a different front bumper anyways. So not too worried about that. Yeah, it's because this bumper, it's gone. It's going to be gone. So yeah, I got a whole nother idea that I think you guys are really going to like. We're going to fabricate our own bumper using move bumpers. I'm sure everybody's heard of them, but I am going to pull this thing out. But we got to keep the camera nice and dry. It is extremely nasty out. So, yeah, let's do it. See how much this side's sticking out? See how little it is? That's that track bar. Upgraded tail lights. Don't worry, that rear bumper's getting replaced too. She looks pretty level though. Well guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for all of you that have watched it. As you guys know, front end components, that's going to be the next thing. Those are the videos that are going to be coming out. We got some traction bars set up that might go on the truck. We might be doing something from far from stock. So a lot of cool things for the daily. We are going to be daily driving that truck and using it every day. So that's why we're calling it the daily. In the back there, you see we did get some more insulation. So hopefully we can warm it up in this barn a little bit more. Me and my dad have kind of been talking about what we need to do to kind of really seal this sucker up so that our wood stove over there can make a bigger impact. It already makes a huge impact. Just need a little bit more. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, go grab yourselves the sweatshirt, shirt, sticker, and any other little performance odds and ends that I got on the website. Differential cover kit, up pipes, coolant filters. You got it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe if you're new. Leave a comment down below. We'll catch you in the next video. Peace.